Okay, 30 has a lot of equations to solve, so let's just go through these one at a time, right? So I have x minus 1. I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides, so I get 0, right? So if I square both sides, I get x minus 1 equals 0, right? X equals 1 for A. Okay, for B, right, we have 6 times absolute value of x is greater than 18. Divide both sides by 6, so absolute value of x is greater than 3. For this one, we're going to split it into 2, right? So x is greater than 3. X is less than negative 3. And it was greater, so it's an or, right? And there's our answer, right? Okay, for C, let me make some space. C, we have absolute value of 3x minus 2 is less than or equal to 2. So we're going to split this into 2, right? So I have 3x minus 2 is less than or equal to 2. 3x minus 2 is greater than or equal to negative 2. And less than is an and, right? So this is an and. Now we're going to solve. 3x is less than or equal to 4. X is less than or equal to 4/3. On this side we have 3x is greater than or equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to 0. And it's an and, right? So we could write it, we could leave it just like that, or we could write it in concatenated form, right, like this. Either way is fine. You could leave it this way or this way, whichever way you prefer. Okay, for D, we have fractions, right? So 4/5 minus 2x over 3 equals 3 over 10. So let's eliminate our fractions, right? So if I multiply a common denominator for this one is 30, right? So if I multiply both sides by 30, 30, right? And 30, right? So here we have 24 minus 20x equals 9. And negative 20x equals, subtract 24, right? So that would be 15, negative 15. And then divide by negative 20. So we get x equals negative 15 over negative 20, which reduces to 3/4. Okay, for E, we have 4x minus 2 squared is less than or equal to 100. Okay, so let's take the square root of both sides, right? So we get 4x minus 2 is less than or equal to 10, right? Actually, plus or minus 10, right? Plus or minus 10. Okay, so that means we have two inequalities. 4x minus 2 is less than or equal to 10. 4x minus 2 is greater than or equal to negative 10, right? And this is an and, right? Less than, and. Okay, so we get 4x is less than or equal to 12. X is less than or equal to 3. This one we get 4x is greater than or equal to negative 8. X is greater than or equal to negative 2. And you could leave it that way, or you could write it in concatenated form, right? Which is going to be more common. You're going to see it more often, so you might as well get used to it. Okay, and for F, let's do F. For F, we have x minus 1 cubed equals 8. So if I take the cube root of both sides, I get x minus 1 equals cube root of 8 is 2, right? 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And then add 1 to both sides, x equals 3.